loves, welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, my name is Heather and I'm a mum to two little boys, Harlow who's 3.5 and Atlas who is 1. And today I'm super excited to share with you my first video in my series of Christmas gift guides for young children, sort of inspired by Montessori, Waldorf, all quite natural. And today's is a gift guide for babies. So the direction I like to go in when it comes to toys and materials for my babies is to strip it quite back, keep it quite minimal and keep it simple. Babies really don't need as much as we're told that they do. They're happy to, look at the shadows coming in through the window and the patterns it makes on the wall and things like that, the leaves in the trees. And so you will see that all of these materials I try and keep quite open-ended as well, because that first year is just bang, 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 one development after another, it flies by. So buying things specifically for each age, I feel like is a little bit wasteful. I try and get materials that I know that will last a really long time, and some of these things my 3-year-old still enjoys. I also love to look for natural materials where I can, things like wood, things that are handmade and ethically sourced, sustainable. That's kind of the vibe that we've got going. So the first thing I'm going to talk about for babies is mobiles, and there are a series of Montessori mobiles. We handmade a few for Atlas when he was a baby. We made the Minari mobile, which is black and white, and the shapes kind of move really lovely and slowly in the air currents of the room. That's a really lovely one, especially if it's a gift for maybe a family member's just had a baby and you want to set aside a bit of time to make something a little bit more, pour your love into it. There's loads of tutorials online and they are a little bit fiddly, but they're definitely worth it. There's also one where you can make it with like shiny paper, and if you want to make like figures, it kind of looks like they're dancing as they twirl around. They're really pretty and really relaxing to watch, and so good for developing their visual development. Extending on from that, we had a baby gym for Atlas, and there are so many different types out on the market, but I loved just the wooden bar. It's like an A-frame almost with the wooden bar, and you can put on your own things. We put on there a wooden ring with some different coloured silk ribbons like the rainbow, and it's so good when they start reaching and batting and grasping to put things that maybe they can reach and they can get hold of. Things like silks, play silks, tied on is lovely. Any sort of wooden teethers and stuff like that you can get. That is my suggestion for a baby gym. My next gift idea for babies is books. Of course, this is a lovely way to develop their language, to bond with them, to look at the lovely pictures together. It's a really nice thing that we try and do daily. So for babies, young babies, obviously black and white they love. This is a really soft one. We've had this since Harlow was a baby. You can chuck it in the washing machine if it gets a bit dirty. You can place it around their play area, prop it up, or when they're out and about in their pushchair. And it's a really lovely one. Crinkly ears as well. This is definitely one of my favourites and it's stood the test of time. Some of the other books I love for babies are these really realistic ones with just one picture on each page, and this one's got different like touch and feely bits, which is lovely. And you can just say each thing as they get a bit older. You can talk about the colours and that kind of thing, but yeah, lovely and simple. And then similarly, we've got this one with just one picture. This one is for colours, so it's different colours, and these have got these like push buttons. So it keeps him entertained, something for him to do. And he's learning to turn the pages now and point at things that he's kind of like 1, but we've been reading these kind of books with him since he was a baby. So yeah, I would start with hardback and move on to paperback when they're a little bit older and they're not going to tear the pages. But these you can just get on Amazon. I think that's where I picked both of these up, and there's so many to choose from. It's a really lovely gift. Moving on to grasping materials, and these come in a lot of different varieties, but the ones I'm going to start with are rattles. These are also, of course, really good for auditory development, and this is a lovely little wooden one with some silicone beads. You can rattle it together. This one's a lovely cylinder with a little bell inside, and once they're on the move as well, this rolls along the floor and they can chase after it, so it's really good for gross motor. This lovely one by Grimm's, we bought Atlas for Christmas, and there's so many I could show you. I really love rattles. This one as well has been a favourite in our house, and it looks a bit strange. Doesn't make much of a sound, but they're really good once they start grasping and, you know, really interacting with things. Rattles are a really lovely one. Another type of grasping material is these beads on a big elastic string, and this is so sturdy, this is not going to snap at all. Again, we've had this since Harlow was a baby, and it's by Grimm's again, and it's the pastel colours, and it's really lovely to twist, and they can chew because they're stained, not painted, so I don't have to worry about the paint chipping off or anything like that. It's all natural dyes, and this comes in the natural colour, in the bright vibrant colours, the rainbow, and also in the pastels. We also had for Atlas like a string of beads that was a lovely little grasping one. Can I find it anywhere? No, I can't, but they're so lovely. They've really served us well in Atlas's first year. This is more of a traditional Montessori material, and it's the interlocking circles, and they can use this from a really young age when they develop from their reflexive grasp to more of an intentional grasp, and they'll start to pass it from one hand to another, and then when they're a little bit bigger it rolls really lovely across the floor and they can chase after it. It's a really, really sweet one, and yeah, really robust as well, so you don't have to worry about bits chipping off or anything like that. It's just really simple, really lovely gift. These make really good stocking fillers. All these kinds of grasping toys I would suggest for stockings. They're really lovely size. Teethers are also really, really lovely if you know that those teeth are coming through and their gums are sore, and wood is a really lovely natural teether, but these silicone ones I've really got on with. Little snowflake one here is lovely for Christmas. But yeah, we've always got one of these attached to Atlas's dummy clip, and in the car seat, in the pushchair. He's really mouthy and he loves to put things in his mouth, so even now we're still using these, and we have been from even before we started teething really. Once they start putting things in their mouth, these silicone teethers make a really lovely gift. Another lovely activity for young babies is just to have a basket or one or two balls for them to play with, and I love these sensory ones with these little bits sticking out. Again, for teething they're fabulous, for rolling across the floor and chasing after them they're really lovely. We've got this felt one that we bought Atlas for his birthday. They do this in a smaller size as well, and I just think you can't go wrong. Some wooden ones rolling along the floor, moving from hand to hand. I think a basket of balls. You can get knitted ones. I just think this is an absolute staple for babies. They will just play with them for ages. They will love them, and they'll be used in so many different ways. Yeah, like I said, these are brilliant for gross motor movement, but also for sensory development and grasping. So I just think these are an absolute staple. My next gift idea for babies is a selection of chunky loose parts, wooden loose parts. Things like the coins are really lovely, and the rings, and just put a few in a little basket. They'll love to fiddle around with these and look at the shapes, really interact with them. They're just a lovely one. They're so versatile. They're used in so many different ways. The little peg dolls as well are really lovely, but we've always got a basket of these lying around. Yeah, just make sure that they're really chunky for obviously younger babies. You can buy these kind of as a set. Carla's Treasure is a really lovely website, and they sell them different baskets, different sets together. But yeah, that's my next one. Moving on to soft toys, teddies, comforters. I think it makes such a lovely gift to get them something really sentimental, really precious that they can hold on to, carry around everywhere with them. It's such a comfort, I think, to babies. And one of my favourites that we've just got for Atlas is this Mayleg little teddy. He's really sweet and he carries them around. He's like his little friend, and I just think there's something so sweet about, yeah, a little teddy or a comforter for young babies. Once babies are on the move, a really lovely one is push and pull toys. So here is a lovely truck by Grimm's. Big chunky wheels, you don't have to worry about any small parts coming off. It's a really good size, and they can put things in the back, push it along, wheel it along. Or a slightly smaller, more affordable option is these Lancashire ones. We've got the sausage dog as well of this, and they're so lovely to push around the floor. And I don't know if it's because Harlow plays with a lot of cars, but Atlas picked up on this quite early on, and he's been pushing around little cars as soon as he's been sort of crawling. They're really, really lovely, absolute staple, not just for boys, but obviously for girls as well. You can get smaller cars, but I just feel more comfortable knowing that those ones are nice and chunky and nothing's going to come off, no small parts are going to break away. I really love these, it's one of my favourites. Another lovely activity for babies is stacking, and I've got a few different varieties here to show you. My first is these nesting cups. Older babies will love fitting these inside each other, but also stacking them. So you can stack them up like that and make a tower, knock them over. It's really lovely activity to do together. And these are so versatile as well, can I just say, that they're used for sorting, they're used in pretend play, a really lovely one. These pebbles are also really lovely to stack, and you don't have to stack them obviously in that order. You can stack them in different orders. These again are used in pretend play a lot with Harlow, but Atlas really enjoys stacking them. They're so lovely. It's so important, I think, to give them really rich tactile experiences, and I think natural woods, these smell really nice as well, are so lovely. Like I said, keep it chunky when it comes to babies. So my recommendation for blocks is these ones by Grimm's, and these are the Waldorf blocks. They're in the natural, and I think this gives more opportunity for imagination. Of course, if they do these in rainbow as well, so if that's your vibe and you've got rainbow everywhere, then go for them. But I wish we bought these sooner. Again, they smell really nice, and I don't have to worry about, you know, sharp edges or them being small enough for him to put in his mouth, because most blocks I find do come quite small. These are a really, really good size, and the natural shapes, like I said, are brilliant for imagination, and there's so many things you can do with these. I think these are lovely for any age baby, and I really wish that we'd bought them sooner. They're a lovely addition to our play. Another staple for young children and babies is these play silks. This is one of the slightly larger ones. This is by Sarah Silks, and it's got this lovely gradient effect. But for babies, they do a smaller one in so many different colours, and they're lovely to tie onto a teether, maybe like a wooden ring, and they're so nourishing for the senses. They're so lovely to look at, to teach them obviously about all the different colours. And yeah, you can play peekaboo with these. They can be a little blanket for their teddy. They're so much fun, and they're something that will get played with for a really long time. My final gift idea for babies is musical instruments. We've got a really big variety of these. You can buy like gift bags off Amazon, and they've got a bit of everything in, a tambourine, I think ours came with a recorder, all of that kind of thing. But I specifically love these shakers, just perfect for little hands, really lovely. And also, of course, bells. Just obviously keep an eye with them putting them in their mouths, but it's so lovely to sit down and really designate some time to singing some nursery rhymes and making some music. It's a really lovely thing to do together, and I just think you can't go wrong. What a lovely gift to maybe buy one of those bags of all the instruments, and yeah, they're not that expensive. You can have hours and hours of fun with them, and they are really good for all ages, not just babies. So I'm editing this video, and I've just realised that the main gift idea I forgot to show you. So it is a wagon or a walker. And we got this for Atlas when he was about 10 months old, just as he started to pull himself up. And you can put really heavy things inside the wagon bit so it doesn't tip over. And he's not quite walking yet, he's not quite standing unaided, but he zooms around the house with this and loves collecting all his toys up. Even Harlow loves this. They actually fight over it every day, and he loves using it as a pushchair for his teddies and his doll. He loves using it as a shopping trolley. I really love how simple these ones are. We actually got this secondhand, so it could easily be a big gift idea, a big purchase. You can buy them brand new, but yeah, because they are made so well, things like this are really lovely to buy secondhand for, you know, a fraction of the price. So that is all my ideas for gifts, Christmas gifts for babies. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video and that it gave you some useful ideas if you are on the market for buying some toys for your baby or gifts for a friend's baby, family. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with my next gift guide, which is toys for toddlers. So I will see you then. Bye!